Well, all the seniors are gone.
I guess that leaves just us. What's up, Rockford? I'm Jenna Hankins.
And I'm Rachel Schuler, and you're watching Beyond the Rock School News.
I think I might actually miss the seniors.
I know, me too. Luckily, BTR traveled with seniors as they paraded through the elementaries of the past.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Yeah! The class of 2018 is now out of the high school, but they couldn't leave without going back to where the learning journey started. Their old elementary schools were pleased to have their alumni return through the doors. After catching up with some of their favorite teachers, it was then time for these grads to be dismissed one last time. This remarkable group of students will be one to remember and surely will be missed. This has been Nikki Dion with Beyond the Rock School News.
I'm just gonna miss our seniors so much.
They're going to do some great things.
You know who else has done great things? Mrs. Abram.
Oh yeah, didn't she get an honorable award recently?
Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure on what that award is. Thankfully, BTR reporter Jared Harmon went to look at all of the great things Mrs. Abram has done.
On Friday, May 11th, Rockford administration and students were able to award a very special prize for a very special lady. High school instructor Lisa Abram was surprised to say the least.
Mrs. Abram, on behalf of Jostens, it is my absolute pleasure to let you know that you were selected as this year's Jostens Renaissance Educator of the Year.
Lisa Abram was one of 5 in the nation chosen from hundreds of Renaissance advisors for this prestigious award, all about making a difference in the culture and climate of the school.
I got the phone call that Mrs. Abram was selected. The person who told me said that the application here at Rockford stood out far and above all the other applicants, which is pretty cool.
Mrs. Abram just does a great job. She gets great support from her student council and other colleagues in the building, but she's the driving force behind this initiative.
In a school system as big as Rockford, it can be challenging to bring a smaller sense of community and belonging, but that was Mrs. Abram's end goal.
And our building is so huge, and it's not designed in a way that allows us to interact with each other very much. That how can we come back and do things that make people feel connected and make people feel like a part of something this big.
And that's exactly what she has done. We thank Mrs. Abram and her students and support team for all they have done to make Rockford a more positive place. This has been Jared Harmon with Beyond the Rock School News.
Mrs. Abram is such a wonderful teacher and person.
She truly is, and she makes RHS a better place. On a more serious note, Rockford High School has had a major problem walk through the doors. Vaping has become a very tough topic for Rockford School Administration. School Administration asked BTR to make an eye-opening video on the effects of vaping. Vaping, or the inhaling and exhaling of vapor through one of many devices, is on the rise.
Every school is seeing the same numbers that we're seeing. It's certainly something we want to talk about because we are seeing so much of it right now.
Many middle school and high school campuses across the nation are having to deal with this new device coming through their doors.
The different vapor devices that are out there, and I know that's ever changing.
From a health standpoint, with vaping being such a new trend, there is still so much to learn.
So initially, e-cigarettes were made by these smaller companies. Now, a lot of them are being bought out by big tobacco companies.
But one thing's for certain, there are definite health risks and long-term effects.
We don't know what it's going to cause down the road. If someone has asthma or chronic bronchitis when they're young, that could lead to chronic respiratory disease.
The scariest part of vaping is the unknown.
We're finding more and more evidence medically, and it's alarming.
Not only are the health risks severe, but there is a strict policy in place with a zero tolerance for any type of vaping.
If somebody's caught vaping on school grounds, it's a 3-day suspension from school. The second offense is 5.
The consequences will not only affect the academic day, but any involvement in extracurricular activities, including athletics.
Our vaping policy is the same as tobacco, which is 1/4 of the season for a student that is participating in athletics.
For those who are 18 and attending events not on school grounds and think they're off the hook, are wrong.
Activities that occur off campus don't have school-related consequences, but they do have athletic code violation consequences.
Rockford administration appreciates the cooperation of students in efforts to help keep vaping off our campus. And for those worried about being anonymous, there are ways to report without using your name.
There are confidential reporting, they're like okay to say. The dogs hit on the nicotine.
I would caution any student or any person, anybody, to just be very cautious about what we're putting into our bodies.
At the end of the day, the goal is to do what's best for the students and support them in making the best decisions both in and out of school. This has been Jenna Hankins with Beyond the Rock School News. That's it this week for the school news.
Thank you, Rockford. See you all next week for our last week of school. Once again, I'm Rachel Schuler.
And I'm Jenna Hankins. Have a great weekend, Rockford. On what that award is. Thankfully, BTR reported... sorry, I can't talk. That's called me typing too fast. So we're close. Guess that leaves just us.
Oh my God.